Okay, everyone, so in this video, we're just gonna go over stitching the videos together in Premiere, and then you will upload them to your preferred platform for submission. So if you haven't done so already, go ahead and launch Premiere. We're gonna go ahead and select New Project. It is going to ask you what you wanna name it. I'm just gonna name this Liquid, because that is what we were working with. And I am just going to go ahead and save it to the desktop. So I'm just gonna hit desktop. And everything else here you can just leave as is. Go ahead and hit create. All right. Now, what we're gonna do is we are going to bring in the videos. You can drag and drop them in here. Another thing you can do is hit File Import or Command I. And I'm gonna move to the desktop, and here's one. Oh, see, the problem is I have so many videos on my desktop right now. Okay, Sticky. Drip and Bubbles. Those are the three. Okay, so we're gonna bring those in. The first thing I wanna do is I want to go to File, New, and I wanna pick a new sequence. And we are going to choose the HDV 1080. And I always suggest this for compressing, videos. And we'll just call it the Liquids tutorial. I'm gonna hit OK. And then all you need to do is simply drag and drop these onto the timeline. It's gonna say, this doesn't match the sequence settings. Do you wanna change them? And in this particular situation, we want to keep the settings that we assigned. Now, it should still fit just fine on your timeline. And remember, these are only 3 seconds long, so they're pretty small. But one thing you can do to check the scale is if you click on the video clip itself, you have options for scale here. And you can see by moving that up and down that the scale was actually just fine where it was. So I'm going to type 100 in here again. And then I am going to go to Sticky. I'm going to go ahead and add that to the timeline. And we're going to go to Drip and add that to the timeline. So now we have all 3 of these in one timeline. And I do want you to stitch all these together, because what I do not want you doing is turning this in as 3 different video files that are uploaded. That is it's a really tedious way for me to grade, and this is much more professional and better practice for you to be stitching your stuff together, because ultimately, the editing process is going to be part of your large scale projects. So now that we've got this ready to go, we're just going to go to File, Export Media, or Command or Control M for a shortcut. You got a bunch of different options here. The file name, Liquids Tutorial, fine. Location, I'm going to put this to my desktop. It's going to a previous place I was saving videos. For the preset, instead of match source, you can just choose high quality, actually 720, or you could do 1080 HD. Your final projects should probably be in 1080 HD. But since this is just a tutorial, we can even make the file size a little bit smaller by choosing 720 HD. Now you can see there's a lot of different presets and options in here. So, I would just stick to what I'm doing. You can certainly explore those other options, but there's so many it can get kind of overwhelming. Now our video doesn't have any audio, so I'm going to go ahead and toggle audio off. And then we're ready to go. So Liquids Tutorial, I'm gonna go ahead and you can send it to Media Encoder, but I'm not gonna do that. We're just gonna export it here out of Premiere. And then it says my video was successfully exported. So, you can save this project. We've already saved it onto the desktop. I'm gonna go ahead and hit save. And let me just minimize this. So the final video, you're going to upload this to a YouTube channel. Now, if you're doing that to your personal YouTube channel, remember that you can publish this video as unlisted, so only people with a link to the video can see it, because it's probably not necessarily something you want on your YouTube channel if you're a content creator. But that way you can just use that channel to upload your assignments and send them to me, and then, you know, it's not that big of a deal. You can also use Vimeo as a platform, or you can upload this to your Google Drive and send me a link. I don't really want you guys uploading videos to, you know, turn these in. It's a really tedious way. I have to download them all, and it's not a good way to grade. So, plus it's good for you to get used to the video platforms anyways. But anyways, this is what your submission should look like. It should have your recreated version of these 3 techniques that we went over in whatever way you wanted to do them. And I will, you know, you'll receive full credit as long as all 3 of them are there. And of course, I always want you to reach out to me if you're having any tech issues whatsoever. I am here to help. So that is the end of the liquids tutorial. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for listening. Bye.